Do you want to go and see Cher? No. Why not? Because it's not 1975.
Welcome to Mojo Core, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 savage Ricky Gervais insults.
My lawyers helped me with the wording of that joke.
Number 10. One's Tom Hanks, the other's Tim Allen, the 68th Golden Globe Awards. Ironically, we're kicking off this list of insults with a compliment, albeit a backhanded one. The same year Toy Story 3 won Best Animated Feature, Gervais introduced the voices of Woody and Buzz Lightyear, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. Gervais singles out Hanks as a major box office draw, a magnet for accolades, and an acting chameleon.
What can I say about our next two presenters? The first is an actor, producer, writer, and director whose movies have grossed over $3.5 billion at the box office.
Oh, that's nice. So, what does he say about Allen?
The other is Tim Allen.
That's it? Ouch. To be fair, Allen actually has a Golden Globe and several commercial successes under his belt. Though, when stacked up against Hanks, Gervais just isn't that impressed by Tim the Toolman. Of course, Hanks and Allen were not afraid to fire back at Gervais.
We recall back when Ricky Gervais was a slightly chubby but very kind comedian.
Yeah. Neither of which is he now.
Number 9. Brad and Angelina's Little Presenters, the 73rd Golden Globe Awards. By 2016, countless jokes had already been made about Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's history with adoption. Thus, Gervais introduced the next presenters as this.
When Brad and Angelina see our next two adorable little presenters, they're going to want to adopt them.
These little presenters were not child stars as one might be led to believe, but Kevin Hart and Ken Jeong, who aren't exactly the tallest men in Hollywood. It may have been a low blow, sorry, poor choice of words, but Gervais did cleverly catch the audience off guard and ultimately managed to insult 4 people at once. From a trolling perspective, that's pretty impressive. Number 8. Ashton Kutcher's dad, the 68th Golden Globe Awards. Bruce Willis will always be remembered for his performances in Die Hard, The Sixth Sense, and Pulp Fiction. But which films does Ricky bring up as his career highlights?
You know our next presenter from such films as Hudson Hawk, Look Who's Talking, Mercury Rising, Color of Night, Fifth Element,
And the icing on the cake?
Please welcome Ashton Kutcher's dad, Bruce Willis.
As we all know, Willis and Kutcher are not father and son, but they were both married to Demi Moore. The age difference between Kutcher and Moore was a frequent source of satire throughout their relationship, although it was Willis who got caught in the crossfire here. Willis more or less shrugged it off, but we can imagine what he was thinking based on the glance he sent Ricky. Number 7. Sex and the City 2 meets Bonanza, the 68th Golden Globe Awards. When Sex and the City 2 hit theaters in 2010, the 4 main cast members were all in their 40s and 50s. While the years have seemingly been kind to them, Gervais did not hold back.
There were a lot of big films that didn't get nominated this year. Nothing for Sex and the City 2. No, I was sure the Golden Globe for special effects would go to the team that airbrushed that poster.
Gervais wasn't even done, saying,
Girls, we know how old you are. I saw one of you in an episode of Bonanza.
Bonanza, for those of you who don't know, was a Western show that premiered in 1959. For the record, Kim Cattrall was the only actress who had actually been born when Bonanza first aired, and she only would have been 3. While none of the Sex and the City women were at that year's Globes, Mr. Big himself, Chris Noth, was in attendance, and he could not contain his laughter. Number 6. Eat pieces of Sheen for breakfast, the 68th Golden Globe Awards. At this point in history, Charlie Sheen was still very much known for his unstable behavior. As a matter of fact, that year's Globes aired only 2 months before Sheen was fired from 2.5 Men. So, of course, Ricky could not let that punchline slide.
It's gonna be a night of partying and heavy drinking. Or as Charlie Sheen calls it, breakfast.
Gervais didn't stop there, relaying a news story about Sheen's reported escapades with adult film star Capri Anderson.
What he did was, he picked up a porn star, paid her to have dinner with him, introduced her to his ex-wife, as you do.
It was a winning way to open the show. Of course, Sheen wasn't the only rehab story Gervais dug up for the 2011 Golden Globes. Robert Downey Jr. also got his fair share of reality-hitting jokes.
But many of you in this room probably know him best from such facilities as the Betty Ford Clinic and Los Angeles County Jail. Please welcome Robert Downey Jr.
Number 5. A Walking Dead Wedding, the 68th Golden Globe Awards. For its debut season, The Walking Dead was up for Best Drama Series in 2011, prompting Gervais to go for the mother of all segues.
Talking of The Walking Dead, congratulations to Hugh Hefner, who's getting married at the age of 84 to 24-year-old beauty Crystal Harris. When she was asked why she was marrying him, she said because he lied about his age. He told me he was 94. Oh, come on.
Gervais insinuated that Harris was marrying Hefner under the impression that he was 94 and therefore had fewer years left. As if that joke wasn't shocking enough, Gervais had the room wincing at the next few words.
Don't worry. Hold out and just don't look at it when you touch it.
It's a good thing the Globes aren't aired on HBO because Gervais probably would have gotten even more suggestive. Number 4, Jenny from the Rodeo Drive, the 68th Golden Globe Awards. Jeremy Renner's comment about Jennifer Lopez's Golden Globes may have been awkward, but remember what Gervais had to say about Jenny from the block? Although Lopez came from humble beginnings in the Bronx, she's evolved into one of the wealthiest women in the business. Prime material for Gervais.
She's just Jenny from the block. If the block in question is that one on Rodeo Drive between Cartier and Prada.
In a later interview with a radio station, Lopez claimed that she suspected that Gervais might take a shot at her during the ceremony. Before he introduced her, Lopez reportedly unleashed her inner diva backstage, telling Gervais that she isn't afraid of a fight.
I just automatically, the minute I saw him, I said, listen, I will kick your ass. I'm telling you, I'm from New York. My husband's from New York.
Gervais laughed her threats off and told his jokes anyway. Compared to some other celebs, Lopez felt she got off easy. Number 3, Caitlyn Jenner, the 73rd Golden Globe Awards. Following a 4-year hiatus, Gervais returned to host the Globes with a beer by his side and a lot of pent-up insults. Throughout his opening monologue, Gervais sounded like a kid who just got released from timeout, saying that he'd try to be nice. Naturally, it didn't take long for Gervais to break this promise, diving headfirst into a Caitlyn Jenner joke.
But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers.
Gervais is referring to Jenner's car accident with Kim Howe, who died as a result of the crash. It wasn't a very nice comment, but it's the closest you're gonna get with Ricky. Number 2, Scientologists in the Closet, the 68th Golden Globe Awards. Gervais rocked the boat the first year he hosted the Golden Globes. The following year, however, he officially turned the boat upside down with this jaw-dropping joke about Jim Carrey and Ewan McGregor starring in I Love You, Philip Morris.
Jim Carrey and Ewan McGregor, 2 heterosexual actors pretending to be gay. So the complete opposite of some famous Scientologists then. What?
All at once, Gervais's comment was met with laughs and gasps from within the Beverly Hilton hotel crowd. He didn't name names. Heck, if Gervais had been more direct, we imagine he would have been slapped with a lawsuit the next day.
My lawyers helped me with the wording of that joke.
If you've seen South Park, though, you can piece together which famous Scientologists Gervais was alluding to. Number 1, Mel Gibson's drinking habits, the 67th Golden Globe Awards. Mel Gibson has been one of Gervais's most frequent targets at the Golden Globes, and his most savage insult came in 2010.
I like a drink as much as the next man. Unless the next man is Mel Gibson.
It had been almost 4 years since Gibson's DUI, which only garnered more bad press due to some unsavory comments he made during the arrest. If Gibson's presence at the Globes was supposed to signify some sort of comeback, Gervais did him no favors with this joke. Things got incredibly uncomfortable when Gervais had to introduce Gibson again at the 2016 Golden Globes.
I want to say something nice about Mel before he comes out. Oh yeah, okay, here you go. I'd rather have a drink with him in his hotel room tonight than with Bill Cosby.
But Gibson had the last laugh, as he saw this as an opportunity to finally get back at Gervais.
I love seeing Ricky once every 3 years because it reminds me to get a colonoscopy.